Okay, we are on our feet quite clearly. We are going to start by releasing the lower back. So, feet hip width apart, and then bring your elbows down to your thighs. Lift your upper back up a little bit towards the ceiling, and that will release your lower back. So, feet hip width apart, elbows to your thighs, lift your upper back up a little bit towards the ceiling, and release your lower back. Okay, let's release the upper back. So stand up tall, cross your arms out in front of you, clasp your hands, bring your chin down towards your chest, and that will release your upper back. So your arms are crossed and hands clasped out in front of you, chin down towards your chest, release the upper back. Okay, let's open up the chest. So take your hands behind your back, clasp your fingers together, lift your chest up and open your chest up. Should feel quite good. Alright, let's run through all that again. So we'll release the lower back. So elbows into your thighs, lift your upper back up a little bit towards the ceiling, release your lower back. Then stand up tall, I'll go side on, cross your arms and clasp your hands out in front of you, bring your chin down towards your chest and release your upper back. And once more opening up the chest. So hands behind your back, clasp your hands, clasp your fingers and your hands together. Just lift the chest up and open the chest up. Alright, let that go. Bit of a roll through your shoulders. Okay, let's do some stretching in the legs. We are going to start with a hamstring stretch. So, feet hip width apart. Yep. Step 1 foot back. Bring your hands down onto the thigh of the leg that you have just stepped back. Sit your hips back a little bit, and that will stretch the hamstring on the leg that is out in front of you. So feet hip width apart, you step 1 foot back, place your hands on the thigh of the leg that you have stepped back, sit your hips back a bit, stretch the hamstring on the leg that is out in front of you. And let's do that on the other side. So step that foot back in, step the other foot back, keep your feet hip width apart, bring your hands onto the thigh of the leg that you have stepped back, sit your hips back a little bit, and stretch the hamstring on the leg that is out in front of you. Okay, let's stretch the quadricep muscles in the front of your thighs. You are possibly going to want to lean up against a wall just to help with balance. So right hand on your nearest wall, feet together, then pick your left foot up in your left hand, keep your knees together and just bring your hips a bit forward if you can, and that will stretch out the quads. So it's a big muscle group, the quadriceps. Very important for the correct positioning and movement of your body. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So put your left hand up against a wall for some balance, bring your feet together, then pick your right foot up with your right hand, Bring your knees together, bring your hips forward a little bit, and stretch out the quads. Make sure that left knee, so the knee of the foot that's on the ground, is slightly bent. Make sure you're not locking in the knee. You just want to keep the knee slightly bent and keep the heel of that foot on the ground. Alright, get rid of that and let's stretch out the hip flexors. So hip flexors can get very tight if you do a fair bit of sitting down, like a lot of us do. Okay, feet hip width apart, then step one leg back, nice long stride, come down into a lunge position, bring that back knee down towards the ground, just bring the hips forward a bit, and that will stretch the hip flexor of that leg that you've stepped back. Make sure you're activating your core so that your body can stay nice and strong in this position. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So step that foot in, step your other foot back, keep your feet hip width apart, bring that back knee straight down towards the ground, come down into a lunge position, keep your front heel in the ground, and release the hip flexor of that leg that has stepped back. Alright, let's run through all that again. So, hamstring stretch. Step, one foot back, hands on that thigh, hips back, release the hamstring on the leading leg. Step that back foot in, step your other foot back, hands onto thigh, hips back, release the hamstring on the leading leg. Okay, quad stretch. Right hand to the wall, feet together, left foot in left hand, heel to backside, hips forward, release the quads. Alright, other side. Left hand to wall, feet together, right foot in right hand, heel to backside, hips forward, stretch out the quads. Have about 2 minutes left to go. Okay, once more with the hip flexors. Step one leg back, back knee straight down to the ground, hips forward a bit, try to keep it nice and square, try to keep your hips square, release the hip flexor. And on the other side, step your foot in, step your other foot back, back knee straight down towards the ground, release the hip flexor. Okay. Ooh, let's finish up with the arms and the shoulders. So, shoulder stretch. Right arm across your body, inside of left forearm to outside of right forearm. Just give enough of a pull that is comfortable for you to stretch the outside of your right shoulder. And the other side. Left arm across your body, inside of right forearm to outside of left forearm. Just enough of a pull that you feel comfortable with to stretch the outside of your left shoulder. Alright, biceps. Take one hand out in front, pull the fingers back with the other hand, stretch out the biceps. And the other side. Okay, let it go, shake it out. We're done.